Good evening, MK Ultra Sleeper Cells. What's the chat? The minute the camera goes on, it's like a totally different thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
It's just natural conversation. What were we talking about?
We're talking about Japanese
No,
nipples.
no, we were. Yeah, no, we were. Yeah, don't look it up. Don't look up Japanese nipples. Whatever you don't.
Kaho Shibaya.
No, don't look that up. Look it up. Look it up. What's
It's one for the lads.
What's the topic of discussion? Bill Hicks, what a cool guy. Bill Burr, also a cool guy. Cool bald ginger guy. Being ginger and bald. You know what else is cool? Matching haircuts.
Yeah, no.
Matching Kunzel cuts. Fuck it though. Supercuts could probably do it better. Here, I'm digging for gold right now.
I look like I'm about to go in battle in 1976, I think I'd like to say the Vietnam War was.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I have
Mid-70s at some point.
Vietnam trim, like start Full Metal Jacket when they're shaving their heads off.
Yeah.
That's what I think of.
I love how the US still made movies about that war even though they lost it.
Yeah, they fucked it.
They lost the war.
They've
been making movies about it for like 20, 25 years.
They caramelised the skin of Vietnamese children and then made a film about it, and we're like, listen, if we make a film about it, it's less our fault.
Not only did they caramelise the skin of Vietnamese children, they lost the war and then went on to make movies about it for years.
Yeah, so they profited and Vietnam got none of it. So they lost the war and went, we can still make money off this.
I can't remember the pretext for that war was. That one wasn't oil.
Korean War. Oh, wait.
Communism. They were fighting communism.
Oh yeah, fighting communism. The big enemy that really does fuck all, to be honest.
Yeah.
Communism barely really does anything, and then America's like, we don't like you, because we like stuff.
And I'm pretty sure the Iraqi war, they were fighting Iraq because they created terrorists in the Middle East, and then they had to fight the terrorists that they created in the Middle East.
I think Russia sold arms. That's why like terrorists all use like AKs and RPGs. It's because Russia sold them their arms during the Second World War to fight against America.
Yeah.
Or no, the Cold War to fight against America, and then jihadists got them, and then they were like, oh wait, we can just kill white people instead of just shouting at them.
When they started the Syrian war and they're surprised that a Syrian refugee comes into their country and shoots 10 people, I'm not that surprised, let's be honest.
Based. I know nothing about it.
Yeah, put it this way, someone comes into your country, beautiful, prosperous country,
for real.
You've got a good life, and then they just bomb it.
Yeah, and then take all your, like, basically liquid gold.
Yeah.
I'd be killing them. I don't really kill.
It's not that surprising if you think about it.
I have a registered handgun and a license for concealed carry. Don't fuck with me.
It was in Colorado too, and they've got all sorts of gun laws that you'd think would have some sort of impact.
They don't. People are just gonna have guns anyway. It's America, like once they had a taste of it, they just can't get rid of it.
You also can't take it away, because it'll be...
Yeah, it's against their core principles. As long as America's America, they'll still have guns.
If they take the guns, it'll be 1876 to...
1876?
1876. American Civil War.
That's when they signed the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah.
It's quite a beat. Ableton stock sounds.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway, the whole point of that was that the US government is a bunch of frauds. Every one of them.
Every one of them. Every single last drop. If they're white, kill them. The white devil.
Yeah.
Yeah. They smoke marijuana. Makes me kill people. Makes me kill the white people. Devilish dark skin.
Well, that isn't. You shouldn't even really be joking about that, because attacks like that have been happening in the US.
Yeah.
What was
But,
it?
yeah, it's a bit
case of
weird.
that the other week.
I don't really blame them. Like, they've probably been pushed. So I guess it's kind of fair enough. The people they're killing didn't do shit.
Yeah, it's expected, but it's unfair.
Yeah, because the people that are in the shit end of the stick are basically uninvolved.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
On both sides, anyway.
Same with terrorism. Like, I don't think Ariana Grande has anything to do with fucking jihadism.
Yeah.
Or like any of the fucking. I think if you're gonna kill people that are making a bad influence in the Middle Eastern civilization from the West, like, I don't think that Ariana Grande and her fans are the first people you think of.
Well, I mean, if it was a Cardi B concert, it'd all be...
Yeah,
it'd be
or
a different
Lizzo.
story there, wouldn't
Bro,
it?
see if it was a Lizzo concert, she could just jump on top of the bomb and we'd all be fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to be rude, but she is like, there's fat and then there's like, how can anyone get that size? Fat. But like,
It's
she's like big to the point where like you would see them on TLC having trouble standing up.
I think that's
like,
probably...
Yeah, they're the kind of people that need the harnesses to get out of bed.
I'd say maybe 15,000 calories a day, something like that.
Definitely. She really likes that Dunkin' Donuts.
To get that mass and then to keep it.
She got the meats. I was watching the ESPN and they had the American adverts on when I was watching UFC 260 and they had an Arby's advert. Like the shit that they advertise in the UFC is so funny. There was one where it's like, it can plow, it can mow, hey, bale hay. Like for the 4 farmers that are watching the UFC on ESPN. And if you have ESPN, you probably don't live on a farm.
Oh, and it's always the medical ones, and then they're like a pill, and then they've got like the minute of just
penis enlargement
pill.
pill.
They've got the minute of just everything that it causes, and it's like causes heart disease, liver disease, skin failure, liver failure, death. One big list.
they slip it in right at the end. They're like, this will make you really happy. May cause depression. Cool.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, and it's always doctors and things like that.
I remember there was I was in Florida and there was an antidepressant pill which side effect was long-term depression.
That's the sort of thing they get away with.
That's like Viagra that gives you erectile dysfunction. Kind of beats the purpose, doesn't it?
There's a country that should have free healthcare because if people were buying anything, it's probably America.
That's true. But that's what makes that's why they don't want free healthcare, is because they will buy anything, and they're happy with that. They're happy. Well,
happy with curing depression with depression.
Yeah, so fucking broken. They're so dumb. I went there. The amount of food coloring as well that's in America is unbelievable. I went and I had I went for like two days and I shat and my shit was green.
Yeah, I mean,
don't go to 7-Eleven. Like, it's basically made up of artificial colours and flavours. None of it's real.
Yeah, but I mean the thing is they'll be thinking about here and you're like, have you seen how small their soda is? Tiny sodas.
Tiny sodas.
Yeah.
What here? Yeah. They say that. They always go like, what's a Twix? And they always go in, it tastes like cardboard. Well, at least it's made out of something that came from the planet.
Oh, you call cookies biscuits? Well, you say soda pop. So
yeah,
we'll see. I think I know what side I'd prefer to be on than
definitely
soda pop.
I would not want to drink pop. Mum, can I have a can of pop?
Can I have a coffee?
Coffee. No, I quite like the coffee. That's a fun one. I think what's the other one? I hit my head there. The one where they always have a go at the biscuits as well.
Yeah.
Tea and biscuits and shit. And they're like, they always go, no, it's like British people when they speak and it's like the teeth.
Yeah.
But then
it's like British.
And then they miss the T, which is quite good actually. I do like that. But
it's
they think they're fucking geniuses. Like, I argue that with them like online all the time, and they're like, I got you, and I was like, nah, everything you said here I've heard probably about 40 times before.
I can show
it's
you.
Rinse and repeat, copy pasta, really.
I had a conversation on Twitter with a lot of Americans last night under a New York Post article.
I was messaging a guy called Daquan. So he said, oh my god, imagine being called Rory, and I was like, Daquan, your mum fucking made that name up on the spot.
So the conversation is, Gorilla Girl Glue, Tessica Brown confirms she's pregnant with 6 childs. And I said, are we just making the dumbest people alive celebrities at this point? Someone said, okay, but Rangers is better for some reason.
Alright, Frank.
Y'all don't complain about other people. Why now y'all got a problem with her when others have done way worse things? Which I could not comprehend or
y'all
translate.
Can't even do what we doing because we all out here doing our thing. You know what I'm saying?
We've got a reply from Alluring Vibes, a fashion website, who says, "I doubt she asked for them to report this." Well, she asked for them to report this when she put her face online when she had Gorilla Glue all over her.
It's not that anyway. It's also that like you're not really having a go at her. You're having a go at the media that's putting that forward. Like, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? She glued her face. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they do try and make people celebrities for doing things like that.
They do. They're running out of entertainment, and the more they entertain them with like face value, narrow-minded comedy, the easier they are to control. That's it.
It's like the Kim Kardashian thing. They're famous for being famous.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, pretty much. They're famous for from a murder, basically,
and
OJ's
porn, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then they've got one person in their whole entourage who actually did something, and that's Caitlyn. Other than that, they've done nothing.
You like Caitlyn Bruce? Yeah, like the
Caitlyn
guy.
Jenner.
Caitlyn
Jenner.
Is that what did Bruce turn into? What's her name?
Her name's Caitlyn now.
Cool.
Who obviously won the gold medal at men's Olympics.
Yeah, and then was like, fuck this, I want to thrash the women's.
Yeah.
That's totally why he did it, not because, you know, he was he felt like a woman.
It's
because he wanted to beat the women.
He didn't feel like a woman, he is a woman.
Okay, fair enough.
And there's nothing we can do to change that, and we can't talk about it. We can't say anything.
We can talk about it.
We've got to stay silent. We can't
yeah,
say
we're not allowed to discuss anything
we're not allowed
anymore.
I'm a white man, I can't have an opinion.
I don't even think Caucasian, or like not like Asians or like Middle Eastern people or even black people have an opinion anymore. Like, you have to have money to justify your actions. That's really what it is.
Or have a college degree
or fame
in gender studies.
Yeah. It's like, trust me, I'm qualified in not being based.
Yeah.
I'm the most blue-pilled cuck ever.
I'm qualified in never working a 9 to 5.
I'm a therapist.
Yeah.
I'll ask you loads of questions and then let you do all the talking for an hour and get paid 50 quid for having a conversation with a sad boy.
Well, I'd argue that's the easiest job, probably.
It depends. It can get quite raw with the suicide shit.
Yeah. Probably besides OnlyFans.
Yeah. Like we could do an OnlyFans right now. Where like if we were women, this would be OnlyFans. Like,
probably, yeah.
This could be Patreon, exclusive footage. Just our presence alone.
Yeah, definitely. You do things that you do for free normally on camera, and you get paid 500.
And that's it. You get paid for really fuck all, to be honest. Which is alright. I don't mind it. It's like it's female empowerment. It's not. I wouldn't feel fucking empowered if I just got paid to do fuck all.
I'd be
alright with it, but it would just make me lazy and I'd get all depressed because I had nothing to do.
I'd feel happy for about a month.
Yeah.
And then I'd just be depressed.
Yeah, you'd realise every man in the world has seen my tits and arms. Cool.
Yeah.
It's out there. Someone's got screenshots. Like, someone's paying for a month, screenshot everything and then leaving. And then sharing it with the boys.
Yeah, for sure.
It's entrepreneurial. Listen, if they want to sell their body, then we're going to share it.
It's their choice. They can do whatever they want.
Is it copyrighted material?
Probably OnlyFans material.
Do you have to pay a fee when you catch her in the toilet, and you have to pay a fee if you see anything? Like, sorry, this is what do you call it? This is tier 3 subscription content.
The one thing I fear for is their children.
Yeah.
Like, you get slaughtered for, I don't know, in school for saying the wrong word.
Like, if your name was like Fatima, you'd be called Fatty or some shit.
Yeah. I said
the simplest thing.
I said the word sweatshirt instead of jumper once and get slagged for it for about 2 months.
I think I remember somebody I called someone a pussy, and then they made a joke about, like, you know, and because I didn't really know what that was in like P5, I got slaughtered for a while because I didn't know what, like, you know, what that meant.
But imagine being a kid and one of your...
Yeah, and your mum was selling...
And they're like, oh, look at this.
Yeah. Is this your mum? Is this your mum?
Oh my...
Especially in high school, the minute you hit like second year, you're fucked.
No, the minute you hit like
11
or 12, like, yeah.
Once those hormones start flowing, kids are going to find that.
Oh.
I have this sudden urge to find pictures of people's mums.
That would be painful. That would be painful.
Yeah.
That would possibly bring you to tears.
Probably would. Probably start a couple of suicides here and there. So at the end of the day, if you're going to start OnlyFans, just bear in mind your future children.
Yeah.
Keep your options open.
You might be happy in the short term, but you need to think for the long term.
I'll be paying for my child's. Are you going to fucking pay for his homeschooling as well?
Yeah, you have to pay for that too.
Yeah, like a portion of the funds have to go towards homeschooling and putting this child in a social bubble for the rest of his life, or at least till when your mum's wrinkly enough to not be noticed anymore.
And you sort of have to look after them for the rest of their lives, because you're not going to get a good qualification being homeschooled, probably not.
No chance.
And then you're not going to get into further education.
Yeah, it's not as if Yale's going to be like, oh, your mum taught you everything?
Yeah. Or
so cool. Yeah, we got to hire him. Or maybe it is like, maybe they have to hire more, like maybe they have to have a certain amount of homeschool people to tick a box.
Well, maybe, and they'd also be able to definitely pay them the minimum wage and just have no progression, because you could just say you've got no qualification.
You just end up in the dole for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Fucking homeschooling is such a grim way to ruin someone's life so early. Because you don't even get social skills either.
Yeah, and you'd be stuck on like £16,000 a year for like a long time.
Yeah, until you get enough experience from cleaning the floor.
Yeah.
To then you manage the person that cleans the floor. And then you end up moving to like HMV, where you manage HMV, and then some guy comes in and then asks about like CD formatting or some shit, you get interested in that, and all of a sudden you're producing vinyl records, and then from there you manage a vinyl record company, then you become a record, like that would probably take about 40 years.
Yeah, but
from mopping a floor to record label guy.
Yeah, that's life. Whatever you do, anyone can get rich. Like I've met
just luck.
People who are roofers who are like properly rich.
Yeah,
like
because they spend the bare minimum on materials. They spend all their time on getting from job to job.
Or you could be like,
and there's no free time until they're like 30 odd. Till their body can't physically move anymore. By that time they've got like a 300 grand house and 350 grand house to live in, like 3 bedrooms or something.
Even like a waiter can get rich though. Like a waiter can start off, clean dishes, and then he goes up to serving people, and you maybe make £1, £2 extra an hour, and then
tips in that as well.
Yeah, tips, and then you end up managing the restaurant, and then you get a good wage for a while, and then you're good at that.
You get management skills. Some other company takes you on.
Yeah.
Or like in McDonald's, I know the guy who owns the one I used to work at used to just be like normal staff, just like crew member at some other place in like, I want to say like Postle or something, but I don't even think they have a Macca's. Like probably like, I think it was actually outside Mary Hill, like the one by the road. Yeah, that kind of progression happens a lot in like fast food. I mean, go from a low level to like a high level employment, but your pay is still shit. Like you could spend like, I know this guy, he spent like 30 years of his life at the same company just so he can get like a 40 grand salary. That's like $1,000 a year of your life, basically. Yeah,
and then maybe you could end up owning a branch and then branching out.
And once you own the branch though, that's when the money comes in. I think the one that I used to work at made about like 15 million a year or something, a portion of which went to him, so he was making about 200 grand or so off just by owning the land that it was on and owning the Macca's itself, and he had like 3 of them in the same place. So he was accumulating round about £1 million a year from just having these places, plus he had other side hustles in other fucking places as well. That's where the money's at. I spoke to him about it, and he was saying like, get into like managing and just fucking accumulate wealth. Autonomous, what do you call it? Like things that accumulate on their own, like that make money. Money machines, buy money machines. And that's the general consensus. Work. What is it? There's a saying. It's like work smarter, not harder. We kind of cover that, but also like pay people to do things that you don't that you're like not too smart to do, but like if you're not professional, if you're not, you don't have a profession in it, pay someone else to do it.
Yeah.
Like if you're management, you'll need staff. Like say you own a fucking restaurant, you wouldn't be the chef there, you wouldn't be the head chef, so you hire a fucking head chef, and then when you get a better chef, you make enough money, you hire a better chef, and or keep the one that you've got and you work with him and he's getting better and shit like that. But
yeah, if you offer people progression, they'll get better.
Yeah. And then also I think a work environment where you swear, that's genuinely a fact. Like a work environment that's relaxing where you can just say fuck whenever you want, and then they're cool with it. You can just work environments where you're allowed to racially abuse the personal assistant. It's a really relaxing environment. Not for Consuelo though, because she shits herself every time she goes into work so she can feed her 5 children on a 25 grand salary, because some slick back haired cunt keeps making racist jokes behind her back. A little bit of Patrick Bateman. I guess that's like an American Psycho kind of thing. Oh, look at my card.
Yeah.
Fucking narcissism and then superiority based on looks and race and stuff happens a lot. Not me though. We're woke.
Yeah, I'm very woke actually.
I actually pay minorities double just because of how they look. It's then I would get accused of racism for that, but no, because it's equity.
Well, it depends where they're from.
Yeah, true. Harlem. My granddad came from the Bronx, the Bronx, which is quite cool. I think
where they say Coffee.
Coffee.
Is that right?
That's Boston. Boston say that. They're all Irish. I hate fucking New Yorkers that think they're Irish. It's like the Fighting Irish coming from Massachusetts. I'm like, sorry, are we getting the names mixed up? The Fighting Irish Dragon. Who is it? That Irish Dragon? Who says that? Paul Felder. He says he's the Irish Dragon. I think he comes from like Nevada or something.
The like 1700s.
Shut the fuck up. It's like my great grandfather was from Belfast.
Yeah.
Never seen Ireland. Doesn't know where it is on a map.
Yeah, but they may have the sort of Irish face traits.
Yeah, they do. Like they're ginger. Like the Fighting Irish. Like, you're just ginger. Shut up. And he comes out in a kilt because he knows fuck all about Ireland. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna come out. If I ever become like a professional MMA fighter, which is not gonna happen, but if I get to a semi-pro level, I'm gonna be called the fake Irish cunt basher, where I just deliberately pick out fights with people who claim to be Irish but are actually not Irish.
Well, you should work up until you get to the stage where you go to see ex-government officers, and then you need to find Joe Biden and ask him where he's from, and then that's your sort of...
Oh yeah, I'll be like, my great-great-grandfather was Irish, I fucking punch an old man in the face. No, I'm president now, that's how it works, right? Punch the president, you become president.
A sentence people were like, Irish, you two-faced pony soldier.
Fake Irish people, man. Bastards. And there was like, the IRA, my grandfather was in the IRA. What do you know about the IRA? They're like the army or something. Totally not. Totally not. They tried to blow up Margaret Thatcher. How the fuck are they the army? They're the Irish army. Yeah. But they're not the official army. The Irish Republican Army. Okay.
Simple Google
search. You seem
search
to know your shit. Yeah. The Troubles.
Or just basic history lessons in school would probably sort that out, let's be fair.
Yeah. Or like a couple of brain cells probably do you. A dab will do you. A dab of brains. And then like a year of living in society. We do indeed live in a society though.
Yeah.
We need to stop that. We live in a society. Fuck this shit. Reject modernity, embrace tradition.
I
become monkey.
Sort of agree with that a wee bit.
Yeah, I do a little bit.
Some things.
When I've accumulated enough wealth from hiring Mexicans to do work for me on low pay and manufacturing products in Beijing. Once I've accumulated enough wealth by extorting low-income countries, I'll get a nice cabin in a nice quaint area and totally forget about the millions of lives that were ended at the cost of my my sportswear company.
Yeah, music especially is something that I think has gone way downhill.
Yeah, music is a tough one, especially pop music. You listen to the radio in the 80s, like that shit was good. Oh. Like you didn't have to go anywhere else. But now it's like, you and me, baby, we can do this together, fucking, like whatever it is.
I can't appreciate a good actual pop song. Like some of them, like you understand what they're going for, something that's repetitive, that drills right into your head.
Yeah.
That keeps you coming back and keeps making revenue. Some of them I understand why they do it, but some of them is just dumb.
They all sound the same as well. There's like proof that they all use the same key.
Yeah, and all the artists have like 20 songwriters. The Ariana Grande's song, what was that song? Last year.
Don't blow up the stadium.
Last year she had a song that had 4 words repeated, I think it was 25 times, and she had 5 people writing the song for her.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's like certain songs where if you dissect them, there's like 24 words over a 2.5 minute song.
Yeah.
It's ludicrous, and these people are getting paid more than us. It's bullshit.
Yeah, I know.
The Beatles weren't great either, to be fair. But they were good at the time, but they're kind of shit now. The whole song Yellow Submarine was actually made as a piss take. They were like, people will buy everything. They literally said like, they'll buy anything we put out. So let's just make a song about anything. They just went like, yeah, Yellow Submarine? Fuck it.
Yeah, was that one, the Walrus, John wrote that, and he said, this is just really stupid. People in school were analysing the words in his song, so he went, oh well, I don't make songs to make some sort of opinion, even though that's what he did there later on in his career, and he made this song, I am he is you are he, and I am me and we are all together, just to completely make fun of these scholars who thought that analysing his songs were a good idea.
Yeah. You just leave hidden messages like, Satan will come back, like in the middle of a song, and people, they'll be dissecting it like, wait, hold on. I think there's a deeper meaning to this. It's like, you put a lyric like there is no deeper meaning, you're looking into this too much, fucking just let it be. And they'll be like, let it be! That's a Christian, it's a Bible, it's a mantra, he's Buddhist. And be like, nah, this is what I'm saying. Like,
I also got the idea about them that they were some sort of communist.
Yeah, that as well.
I think
Paul, if they were communists, they probably wouldn't accept all that money.
Paul said that him and John would sit down and write a song and say, right, let's buy us another swimming pool for over there. So.
Yeah. What'll sell? Just talk about the ladies.
Yeah.
I like you and you are we on fucking I think the Beatles are the reason why Americans think we have shit teeth, and we all have like long hair.
Yeah.
And we all speak like this.
Annoying how a lot of popular songs come from jokes, like Blur, their biggest song, the Yahoo one, I can't remember what it's called, but that's from pretty much making fun of Nirvana and how they just had the same progression and the same sort of idea, which I quite like Nirvana, but
yeah, Nirvana, they were always like, we have like deep-seated core principles.
Yeah, the core principle.
Rate me.
The core principle was just, I wear a dress, look at me, pretty much.
Yeah, it was like, look, Kurt Cobain dresses a woman. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing now.
So Harry Styles wore a dress, and everybody's like, oh my god, stop attacking him. No one's attacked him. No one said anything about it, and they're like, oh my god, stop attacking him. It's like those people that are like, don't touch me, and they're like 2 meters away from them.
There was that one Candace Owens who made one comment about it, and then there was like hundreds of white girl stories. And by the way, thank God for white girl stories, because they solve every single issue in the world.
Do you remember that building that blew up? Or no, what was it? Lebanon.
Oh yeah, or the
What was that place that blew up? That building's now repaired because of reposts.
Yeah,
they managed to fund that based on Instagram reposts.
You wonder why there's no news about the Uyghur Muslims? Well, it's not because the Chinese government are stopping the BBC from going into their country, and they definitely aren't continuing it. It was because of the white girl stories.
Yeah, that's true. White girl stories are the best, man. Make sure you keep reposting that fucking how to make albino gorillas more comfortable in the Amazon. What and Tilted Towers is in trouble and how you can help. What's happening in Tilted Towers and how you can help. Skinless chimpanzees are ripping off their cousins' skulls.
What's happening in
please don't ignore this.
What's happening in Zimbabwe and what you can do to change it.
What's happening to the socioeconomic state of Zimbabwe and how you can help. Like, I don't know shit all about Zimbabwe or its socioeconomic state, so I'm probably just not gonna bother. But that's you, but you're the white devil, you never do anything. You're not doing fucking anything.
Yeah, I know.
I hate when they say that, it's like, you're not doing enough. Neither are you!
It's like, how can we get African Americans civil rights earlier on in the 1970s? A thread on their Instagram stories.
Yeah. Martin Luther King was inspired by Instagram reposts. Exactly. I have a dream that 17-year-old girls will be reposting shit about black people that no one gives a fuck about. I'm pretty sure black people look at that and go, what the fuck is this? I don't care about myself either. Like, you care more about me than I do. Like, stop faking it. No one cares.
It's like kill all men, but Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And also stop Asian hate, stop Jewish hate, stop Mexican hate. Black Lives Matter. So listen, think what you're saying.
If you really cared about the minorities, you kill yourself on the spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, will do. Cool. That's a good one. That's a good talking point. We're probably going to run over at some point.
Yeah.
Instagram reposts.
I've got a few.
Yeah, your poem.
Oh man.
Don't do it. Don't do it. That's for the that's Patreon.
Yeah.
We do a red pill test, and we do like a blue pilled, red pilled scale, and if you meet a certain standard, you're allowed the hidden content, which could potentially get us in hate speech.
Territory.
Hate speech. What do you call it? Thought police jail.
Yeah.
Thought jail. Not the other kind of thought jail. That's where your mom's at. That was a good Yo Mama joke right there.
I could read a poem if you want.
No, don't. No.
A good one though.
Okay, yeah, good one. As long as it's not about whores and sluts, we're alright. Better not be. So guys, how are we? I'm doing fine. Hamilton Morris is a good character. Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia. You ever watched that?
I don't think so.
Hamilton's Pharmacopoeia is good. He basically talks about the chemicals of drugs and their impact on society. That's what he says at the start of it all. And the impact on society. How can we be equal if we ain't got no equity? Remember, Sam Hyde, remember? How can we be equal if we ain't got no shit? It's like, how can we function in a society if we ain't got no shit? So you gotta get, white man, you gotta give us half your shit right now. What is that? Yeah, that was funny. I'm gonna lose my job over this video.